NCP Chief Sharad Pawar has called for an emergency meeting. Sharad Pawar is to meet Uddhav in the evening. Uddhav Thackeray, Maharashtra Chief Minister, to meet NCP Supremo Sharad Pawar in the evening is what we know. Kamlesh was just telling us about it, and Kamlesh Sutar is getting us more on that. It's going to be a strategy with all of these three parties coming together and lending support to Nawab Malik. We've already heard from the Shiv Sena, again echoing what the NCP and the Congress have been saying, that this is political vendetta. Kamlesh.
The Chief Minister and Sharad Pawar are going to meet in the evening. That is what we are learning from highly placed sources in the government. Now, Sharad Pawar in the morning itself, as we were speaking earlier, Sharad Pawar in the morning had clearly said that this action was expected. But now this is not just we have seen several action against MVA leaders in last 2 years, be it by the CBI, be it by the ED or other central agencies, and MVA has been crying foul since last 2 years. In fact, Uddhav Thackeray in his annual party Dashera rally had even gone on to attack the central agencies. But now the NVA considers this incident, the arrest of Nawab Malik, as serious, because Nawab Malik is a sitting minister. Remember, another minister, but a former minister, Anil Deshmukh, the former home minister, was arrested. But he was arrested after he had resigned from his post, and then he was arrested. Perhaps he had anticipated that he will be arrested later. But this time, Nawab Malik was a sitting minister. Supriya Sule in the morning saying that Nawab Malik wasn't given any notice beforehand, wasn't informed beforehand. At early in the morning at around 4:30, the ED goes to his place, picks him up and takes him to the ED office for interrogation. And after interrogation, he is arrested. This they feel is very serious. Somewhere they are even raising questions on the rights of of states in the federal structure. So Uddhav Thackeray was also raised that issue of rights of states in the federal structure. Uddhav Thackeray and Pawar are likely to discuss on that, and we might see both the leaders speaking to the press together. But that we'll have to wait for that. What exactly is going to be the agenda of the meeting? Of course, Nawab Malik issue will be the center of the discussion, but the next course of action will be decided by both the leaders when they meet.
But the charges are grave and also has been booked under the Prevention of Corruption Act. Kamlesh, the ED doesn't require the permission of the state government to arrest a sitting minister then, isn't it?
Well, it's not about the ED coming into action and arresting someone. This is about only the MVA leaders or Congress or Shiv Sena or NCP leaders being on the ED radar for last so many years. Now see, there is a big list of leaders from Shiv Sena, be it Pratap Sarnaik, who was interrogated by the ED, then Anil Parab, another minister of Shiv Sena, got ED notice. Now we have Nawab Malik arrested. Then from NCP we had Ajit Pawar under the radar of IT. His relatives were also questioned by the income tax department, and also continues to be an ED radar for the sugar mills. Then we had, as I mentioned earlier, Anil Deshmukh, former home minister from the NCP, is already under ED arrest. And there are other leaders from the MVA. Sanjay Raut, recently his brother was arrested. His wife was interrogated by the ED. Eknath Khadse, who shifted from the BJP to the NCP, is also on the radar. His son-in-law is under arrest. So the question that MVA leaders are asking is, why only MVA leaders are on the radar of the central agencies? And that is what perhaps is going to be the agenda. It might just blow up to become something like West Bengal, where the Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee took to the streets against what she called as atrocities by the central agencies, and she fought it on the streets. We might see a joint statement coming in by the Mahavikas Aghadi, especially by Sharad Pawar and Uddhav Thackeray, who will be speaking about the Nawab Malik issue, particularly case in point here. And again, we'll have them speaking. Just recently, Sanjay Raut, Shiv Sena leader, spoke about it, about how ED is working on the instructions of a central government. In fact, yesterday when Nirmala Sitharaman was in Mumbai and I was at the press conference, I had asked her the similar question, that there are growing allegations against the Enforcement Directorate that it is being used for political vendetta, and she said that the ED doesn't work like that. There has to be a predicate offence in any case, and even if somebody wants, they cannot stop the investigation or start investigations against anybody. So there are both sides to the story, but this time there is a political backdrop to it. Nawab Malik was vocal. He was vocal against the central government, and that is what will be used by the MVA to target the centre, calling it a political vendetta.
Be with us.